God says, I need to talk to you for 20 minutes, and it has to be right now. Don't you dare ignore this and make me angry. Don't scroll past. Listen to me now. This is not just another moment passing by. This is not something small that you can overlook, swipe away, or delay until you feel ready. This is a divine interruption, a heavenly command, a sacred call echoing into your spirit right now, because heaven has chosen this exact second to reach into your life. These words are not ordinary. They carry the breath of God, the urgency of heaven, and the cry of a father who refuses to stay silent while your heart struggles. There is a reason you're hearing this now, and it cannot wait. The weight of what God wants to say is too great, the timing too divine, and your soul too precious. You did not stumble upon this by chance. You were guided here because God is doing something deep, something eternal, and your spirit is involved in something far greater than you realize. Comment Amen right now if your heart already feels it pulling. When God says, I need to talk to you right now, He is not making a suggestion. He is stepping into your moment, into your storm, into your thoughts, and He is demanding your attention not because He wants to punish you or scare you, but because He loves you too much to let you walk another step in confusion, in fear, or in silence. This is His voice cutting through the noise, and His message is soaked in mercy, dripping with compassion and trembling with the fire of heaven. You are not being scolded, you are being saved. This is not anger in the way the world knows anger. This is the deep heartbreak of a father whose child has wandered too far and whose love cannot stay quiet any longer. God is not mad because you failed. He is pressing in because you are drowning, and He refuses to let you go under. This is how heaven rescues you, loudly, firmly, without apology. You may feel like you've been overlooked by everyone around you. People don't understand. Life feels heavy. You've been pushing forward in silence, holding tears behind a tired smile, and yet God was watching all along. He saw you break down in that room alone. He saw the moments you didn't think you could carry on. He heard the prayers you never said out loud. And now He's here. He's not asking you to get everything right before He speaks. He's not waiting for you to be strong. He's interrupting you right in your weakness, right in your doubts, because His love does not wait for perfection. His mercy shows up while you're still bleeding. Like this video right now if your heart knows this is not random. God's voice today is not a whisper, it is thunder in the spirit realm because something must shift. Something in your life cannot stay the same. The enemy has pushed too hard. The lies have circled too long. The fear has grown too loud. But God says no more. He's not just talking to you to comfort you, He's talking to you to deliver you, to break chains, to speak life over bones that have dried up, to pull you out of every place you've been sinking in. He is coming for you like a father who refuses to lose his child to darkness. There is fire in His voice, not because He wants to burn you, but because He wants to burn down everything that has tried to steal you away from His hands. And His hands, they have never let go of you. You don't even know the prayers that have kept you alive. You don't even realize how many times God said, "Not yet," when the enemy asked to destroy you. You are still here because heaven has preserved you, protected you, and surrounded you even in the days you thought were your worst. His anger is not the anger of man. His anger is the fierce love of a father who sees his child trapped in pain and cannot remain silent anymore. God's voice today is a rescue. It is a lifeline. It is the cry of the shepherd calling his sheep out of the thorns. He's not just calling you, He's pulling you. He's not just warning you, He's waking you. And this wake-up call is the most loving thing He could ever do. Comment 1111 if you believe this is for you. You may have scrolled through 1,000 things today, but this is not just another scroll. This is the collision of your timeline with eternity. God doesn't play games with timing. If you are hearing this right now, it means something is about to change in your life. He's not waiting until you feel ready. He's not waiting until you have all the answers. He's talking now because his timing is perfect, and your spirit is hungry, even if your mind is tired. There's been a war in your heart, and God has come to bring peace. You've been spinning in circles, trying to figure out your next step, and heaven is stepping in with clarity, with power, with holy fire. He is saying, I need to talk to you, because this isn't just about your comfort, this is about your calling. This isn't just about your pain, this is about your purpose. The shaking in your life is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of something sacred. You were never meant to stay stuck, to stay broken, or to stay small. The call of God is not gentle today because the chains around you are not gentle. They are loud, so his voice is louder. The darkness has been fierce, so his light comes even fiercer. This is not punishment. This is pursuit. This is your Father coming after you with the full force of heaven because he refuses to lose you. Do not scroll away. Do not turn the volume down in your heart. Let every word enter deeply, because this is not for your ears only, this is for your soul. You were not born to carry this weight alone. You were not created to live numb, tired, or afraid. The God who made you is not far away. He is speaking now, and he is speaking directly to you. You don't have to question if this is real. Your spirit already knows. It's burning inside you right now. That warmth in your chest, that pull in your gut, that trembling in your heart, that's him. That's the Holy Spirit confirming what your soul has always known. You are his. You are loved. And you are being called home right now. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There's more God needs to say to you. Don't walk away. Let him finish what he started. Let this moment become the turning point you didn't know you needed. Stay with this until the very last word, because something powerful is waiting for you at the end. God isn't just speaking. His presence is here now, not to overwhelm you, but to fill the emptiness, not to break you down, but to break everything off of you that was never meant to stay. You have been trying to carry burdens he never gave you, fighting battles he never asked you to fight alone, and walking through pain with no words for what you feel. But today, heaven has come to give voice to your silence and peace to your storm. God says, I need to talk to you now, because time is not waiting for you to feel ready. This moment is not just part of your day. It is a divine intervention, where the King of Glory walks straight into your valley and says, enough. Enough of the confusion, enough of the fear, enough of the self-doubt, enough of the pretending, enough of you convincing yourself that you're fine when he knows how heavy your soul has become. He's not asking you to perform. He's asking you to open your heart. The voice you are hearing right now is not just a message, it is his hand stretching toward you, steady and strong, to lift you from the place you've been sinking. Comment 222. If you trust this is for your life right now, this isn't about punishment. This is about positioning. This is about realignment. God is speaking so urgently because the place he's about to take you into requires you to leave behind what has held you hostage in the last season. He is not interested in watching you survive through cycles of fear, anxiety, insecurity, and shame. He is calling you out of the wilderness and into a deeper place of truth. You don't need to know all the steps ahead. You just need to stay here and listen, because in the stillness of this moment, His voice is rebuilding what life tried to destroy. Every word He speaks is healing something unseen. Every second you stay is breaking something that's been keeping you from stepping fully into His promises. Some of you have been crying in silence. You've been showing up for others while dying inside, and God says no more. His love is not just for the strong version of you. His love is pouring over the wounded parts of you right now, the parts you hide, the parts you don't even know how to talk about. God is not ashamed of your brokenness. He is drawn to it. He is running to it. He is speaking to it now with the voice of a shepherd who knows every scar, every fear, every tear you've cried in secret. There's no shame in being weak in His presence. He's not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to let go. Let go of the lie that you have to figure everything out on your own. Let go of the voice that tells you you're too far gone. Let go of the weight that tells you it's too late, because God sees a future for you that your pain cannot erase. He sees a plan that your past cannot cancel. He sees a light rising in you, even if all you see is darkness, and He refuses to let you settle for less when He has called you to so much more. He is not calling you out of comfort to leave you alone. He is calling you out so He can walk with you into something greater. His presence is not distant. It is hovering over you now like a shelter in a storm. The kind of shelter that doesn't just protect you but restores you. The kind that speaks directly into your deepest insecurities and covers them with grace. The kind that takes the weight off your shoulders and reminds you that you were never made to carry it in the first place. You are not being scolded. You are being wrapped in arms that will never let you fall. God says, this moment is not just for inspiration, it's for transformation. It's a divine shift, and you are in the middle of it right now. The reason it has felt so hard lately is not because God abandoned you. It's because the pressure of the old season is being broken off of you. The weight you've been feeling is not punishment, it's the pulling of God, separating you from everything that cannot come with you into the new. That fear, that shame, that heavy grief, it is not your future, and you do not have to hold on to it any longer. The God who formed your breath is breathing again over the dry places of your life, calling your spirit to rise, calling your heart to hope again, calling your soul to live again. You are not forgotten. You are not random. You are not overlooked. You are handpicked, deeply known, and intentionally loved by the one who spoke light into existence and still takes the time to speak peace into your storm. He's not whispering today. He's speaking clearly, boldly, urgently, because your life is precious, your calling is real, your destiny cannot be stolen. And even if you feel like you've fallen too far, heaven still says you're chosen. Comment 333 to declare your faith over every fear trying to take root. What God is doing in you right now is not small. This is the beginning of something holy. And though it may come with tears, though it may stir emotions you've buried for years, it is safe. You are safe here. You are safe in Him. This is the place where the chains begin to loosen. This is the place where healing begins to flow. This is where the dry bones of your dreams begin to rattle back to life. Because when God speaks, even what looked dead has to live again. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. So don't walk away from this. Let every word reach into the corners of your heart that you forgot were there. Let it reach the young version of you that never got to heal. Let it reach the quiet tears and the deep questions. Let it reach your hope, because this time God is not just visiting, He is staying. He is settling into every room of your heart with comfort, with power, with peace. This is not coincidence. This is not random timing. This is the very moment heaven had written into your story before you even knew how much you'd need it. God is not just talking to fill the silence. He is talking to rebuild you from the inside out. He is calling you by name, not the name others have given you, not the labels your past tried to stick on you, but the name He gave you before you were even born, beloved, chosen, child of promise, one who will not be forgotten, one who is being brought back to life. His words right now are not light, they are weighty with love, soaked in power, and they are carrying deliverance, healing, clarity, and direction straight into the place that's been longing for it most. Comment 555. If your spirit is open to receive everything He has for you today, you are not reading this by mistake. You are not lingering here by accident. You were drawn into this moment because God saw the war in your heart and refused to let you keep fighting it alone. He saw the spiritual exhaustion, the quiet breaking, the moments where you've been pouring out for others while wondering if anyone would ever truly pour back into you. And right now, heaven is pouring. Heaven is filling you up. God is speaking because He knows what's ahead of you, and He refuses to let you face it without Him. He's talking to you now because He is pulling you back to Himself, not with anger, but with relentless love. The pain you've been through has tried to lie to you. It's tried to tell you that you're forgotten, that maybe this is just your portion, that joy and peace are for other people but not for you. But that is not what God says. God says you are still His. You are still part of His plan. He is still preparing a table for you in the presence of everything that tried to break you, and the voice of God is silencing every lie you've believed. The love of God is sweeping through every wound, through every memory, through every part of you that thought it had to stay broken forever. This is what healing feels like. Not always loud, not always easy to explain, but deeply powerful, deeply holy, and deeply personal. You don't have to force it. You don't have to fake it. Just sit with Him here. Let His presence wrap around you like the softest blanket on the coldest night. Let His peace speak louder than the noise of fear. Let His hands rebuild the walls of your heart with gentleness, brick by brick, promise by promise. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where He needs you to be, and you are right on time for the breakthrough that has been quietly forming in the background. Even when you've walked through things that made you question everything, God was still there. When people walked away, when your heart felt too heavy to carry, when the nights were too long and the silence was too loud, He stayed. Not because you were perfect, but because His love never quits. Not because you always got it right, but because His mercy never stops reaching. You are not too far. You are not too lost. You are not too broken. You are simply His, and that is enough for Him to rescue you again and again. There are things He's protecting you from that you don't even see. There are battles He's already won on your behalf that never made it to your front door. There are miracles on their way to you because He still delights in blessing His children, not based on what you've done, but based on who He is. His goodness is not a reward for your perfection. His goodness is a reflection of His heart. He blesses because He loves. He pours out because He cares. He shows up in your weakness because that's where His strength shines the brightest. Comment 1212 if you're holding on to that hope right now. There's been a shaking in your life, but it's not meant to destroy you, it's meant to clear the ground for something better. God is stripping away what's false, what's temporary, what's been built on fear, so He can rebuild you on truth, on grace, on purpose that cannot be stolen. You're not being punished. You're being purified. You're not being left behind. You're being led deeper. The things that felt like they were falling apart were actually making space for what God is about to build in your life. Your next chapter is not small. It carries the fingerprints of a holy God who does not make mistakes. Every delay has been a setup. Every loss has prepared your heart to carry what's coming next. Every heartbreak has softened your spirit so you could recognize His presence more clearly. You have not wasted your pain. God is turning it all into something sacred. You may not understand it right now, but one day you will look back and see the beautiful thread of God's faithfulness running through everything that once felt like chaos. He is not in a rush with you. He's not frustrated with your healing process. He's not angry that it's taking time. He's walking with you, step by step, moment by moment. And He is rejoicing every time you choose to stay, to listen, to open your heart just a little more. His voice is soft enough to be tender, but strong enough to break chains. His presence is calm enough to bring peace, but fierce enough to fight back every darkness that dares to come near you. You are not weak for needing Him. You are wise for leaning on the only one who never fails. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful, people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. Right now, He's not just talking. He's pouring oil on the wounds of your spirit. He's washing your feet, cleaning off the dust of the long road you've walked. He's looking at you with eyes full of fire and love, not disappointment. He's calling you worthy, even if the world called you worthless. He's covering you in grace, even if your past tried to drown you in guilt. He's lifting your chin, wiping your tears, and reminding you that your story is not over. It's being rewritten by the very hand of God. He sees what others don't. He understands what even you can't put into words. That pressure building up inside you, that quiet ache that doesn't seem to leave, that feeling of being tired no matter how much rest you get, He knows. And that's why He's speaking now. That's why He's pressing so close. Because you're not meant to carry what's been crushing you, and today He's here to lift it off, piece by piece, layer by layer, until all that's left is peace. In a pond, on a spa. Comment 777 if you're ready to trade your heaviness for His peace. The world tells you to be strong, to keep pushing, to get over it, to move on, but God is not rushing you. He's not standing above you with a list of demands. He is kneeling beside you, eyes full of love, holding out His hand so gently, asking for your pain, asking for your fears, asking for the parts of your heart you've hidden away. He doesn't flinch at your brokenness. He doesn't turn away from your mess. He leans in closer, right into the middle of your chaos, and calls it holy ground. Not because the pain is beautiful, but because He steps into it with you and turns it into something sacred. He is not waiting for the perfect version of you to show up. He is in love with you as you are right now. The you who's trying to hold it together. The you who's been through more than most people know. The you who still shows up, still hopes, still longs for something better, even when you've been disappointed before. That's the one He sees. That's the one He's talking to right now. Not the version of you you're trying to become, not the one you show to others, but the real you, the tired, fragile, beautiful, precious you that He handcrafted with tenderness and intention. God's words today are not just comfort, they are power. They are strength being poured into your soul. His voice isn't just here to soothe you, it's here to awaken you, to stir something back to life. to breathe into the dry places that have been silent for too long. This isn't just encouragement. This is spiritual revival. This is the breath of God rushing into the parts of your life you thought were finished. This is resurrection power, moving even now, reminding your heart what it means to feel alive again. You were never called to walk around empty. You were never created to just survive. You were made for communion with the living God. You were made to walk in His presence, to hear His voice daily, to know His nearness in every part of your life. Somewhere along the way, life made you forget that. Pain tried to make you believe that distance was normal. But God is breaking through every wall that's been built between you and Him, not to shame you, but to restore you. He's calling you back, not because you failed, but because you belong. This world tries to define you by your mistakes, by your past, by your weaknesses, by how much you've accomplished or how well you appear to be doing. But God defines you by His love, by His mercy, by the fact that He chose you before you even took your first breath. He has not changed His mind about you. His plans for you have not been cancelled. His dreams over your life are still alive. And right now, He is reigniting the fire inside of you that once burned so bright. He is reminding you of who you really are, His beloved, His masterpiece, His vessel, His child. Comment 999 if you feel Him awakening something in you even now. You are being pulled out of the fog. The lies that have clouded your vision are falling away. The confusion that made you question your worth, your future, your place in this world, it's being cleared. God is not the author of chaos. He brings peace. He brings order. He brings truth. And when He speaks, every other voice must quiet down. The darkness that's tried to cling to you has no permission to stay. The fear that's tried to follow you has no more power. The heaviness that sat on your chest is being lifted because the presence of God is not a visitor, it is your home. Right here, right now, He is reminding you what love really feels like. Not the kind that comes and goes. Not the kind that leaves you questioning, but the kind that stays. The kind that heals. The kind that holds you even when you feel unlovable. This love is not based on your performance. It is based on who He is, and He is unshakable, unchanging, and overflowing with compassion. You are not a burden to Him. You are not a disappointment. You are His treasure, and He would speak 1,000 times over just to remind you of that. You may not have all the answers yet. You may still feel like you're standing in the middle of the unknown, but the voice of God is your anchor, and He is not finished speaking. There are things He's about to show you, doors He's about to open, battles He's already won for you in the Spirit that you haven't even seen yet. You don't have to fight for His attention. You already have it. You don't have to earn His favor. It's already yours. You are walking in a season of divine revelation, and He is guiding you with His eyes on you every step of the way. Don't run from this moment. Don't shrink back. Let His words go deeper. Let His truth unravel every lie that's wrapped around your mind. Let His Spirit flood the places you thought were too far gone. Because what's happening right now is not emotional hype. It's eternal. It's holy. It's the movement of God reclaiming what's His, and that includes you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. So take a breath. Close your eyes if you need to. Let everything else fade. You're safe here. You're held here. You're heard here. And the voice that is speaking to you is the same voice that calmed the seas, the same voice that raised the dead, the same voice that speaks light into the dark. That voice is calling you into deeper waters, not to drown you, but to cleanse you, to awaken you, to set you free. This is the voice of the living God, reaching into the fabric of your life and saying, I still have you. I still want you. I am still working in you. Even when you've questioned everything, even when your heart was breaking into pieces that felt impossible to pick up, God was never absent. And now, He's asking you to listen closer than you ever have before, because He's about to show you just how near He has always been. Comment 1010 if your heart feels the weight of this truth. You have walked through things that were meant to destroy you, but they didn't. Not because you were strong, but because God was standing in the fire with you the whole time. You may not have felt Him in every moment, but He was there covering you, shielding you, and keeping you from the full impact of what the enemy wanted to do. The fact that you're still breathing, still standing, still able to hope, even just a little, is evidence that God's hand never let go of you. He's been patient with you, not because you deserve it, but because His love is that deep, that wide, that endless. He's been waiting for this moment. Waiting for you to stop long enough to hear what He's been whispering, waiting for your heart to soften enough to let Him in again. He hasn't stopped speaking. The noise of the world just got louder. But now, in this quiet space between your thoughts, between your regrets and dreams, His voice is breaking through. And what He's saying is simple. I am still here. I am still your Father. And I am not going anywhere. You may feel like too much time has passed. You may feel like you've made too many wrong turns. But God is not measuring your future by your past. He is not using your failures to determine your value. He is using your story as soil for something beautiful to grow, something that only He can make out of what you thought was wasted. His power shines brightest in places that look hopeless. His glory is most visible in situations that seem impossible. And right now, He is calling life out of your dry places. He is calling joy out of your sorrow. He is calling beauty out of your brokenness. God is not ashamed of your story. He is proud to be your Father. He is proud to call you His own, not because of what you've done, but because of who He is. That is the kind of God He is, faithful, kind, relentless in His pursuit of your heart. He does not walk away when things get hard. He steps in closer. He doesn't flinch when you cry. He weeps with you. His heart breaks when yours does. And when you're too weak to stand, He carries you. This love is not fragile. It does not depend on your performance. It does not fade when you fall short. This love is rooted in eternity, anchored in a covenant that was sealed by the blood of Jesus, and it cannot be broken. There is no height, no depth, no power, no mistake, no regret, no shame that can separate you from this love. You are forever held in it, and right now, you are being drawn deeper into it. Comment 1515 if you're ready to receive everything He's pouring into your heart. You've been strong for so long, but this is your safe place to let go. You don't have to hold yourself together in front of God. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. He already knows, and He loves you the same. In fact, it's in this honesty, this raw vulnerability, that He does His greatest work. He doesn't need your perfection. He just wants your surrender. He just wants your yes. Even if it's small, even if it's trembling, He can work with that. He can move mountains with that. There is healing happening in you even now, in places you didn't even know were wounded. There is restoration beginning in the cracks of your soul where hope had faded. God is not just speaking to you, He is healing you with every word. He is filling the emptiness with His presence. He is strengthening your bones, clearing the fog from your mind, softening your heart, and restoring your joy. What you thought was the end is about to become the most powerful beginning you've ever seen. You don't need to strive to earn this. You don't have to beg for it. It is yours because you belong to Him. The enemy may have tried to convince you that God was done with you, that you had missed your chance, that you had nothing left to offer, but those are lies. God's call on your life has not been revoked. His hand has never lifted, His eyes have never left you, and His promises still stand. There is still purpose in you. There are still prayers that will be answered. There are still dreams that will come alive again. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are in the exact moment where God has chosen to reveal His heart to you again. And it's not a heart of wrath, it's a heart of mercy, of gentleness, of power, and of unwavering devotion to you. The Spirit of God is hovering over your life right now, ready to move, ready to create something new. He's not trying to fix you so you can be useful. He's reminding you that you've always been loved, even before you tried to earn it. And now, He's inviting you to rest in that love, to be transformed by it, to rise in it. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. So let yourself breathe. Let yourself believe again. Let the walls come down. Let the fear lose its grip. Because you are in the presence of the one who knows you completely and still chooses you fully. And He is not just passing through, He is dwelling with you, speaking to you, staying with you. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not later, right now. Open your heart. Let His words go all the way in. Let His love cover every scar, every secret, every silent scream. Let His Spirit do what only He can, make all things new. But today, God is breaking that silence. He is interrupting the numbness. He is waking your heart again. You might not have even known how desperate your spirit was for this moment until now. But He knew. That's why He said, I need to talk to you now. Because you've waited long enough. The dry places in your soul are about to be filled. Comment 1717 if you feel that shift already beginning in your heart. What's been crushing you is not your burden to carry. What's been tormenting your thoughts is not your inheritance. You were not created to live beneath a cloud of fear, guilt, or regret. You are a child of the Most High, and you were created for communion, for joy, for peace, for purpose. But the noise of the world, the weight of the past, the lies of the enemy, they've tried to bury that truth. Still, truth never dies. It just waits for a moment like this to come back to life inside you. And today, God is breathing on that truth again. You belong to Him. And nothing in this world can cancel what He's placed over your life. When God says He needs to speak to you now, it's not because He wants to correct you, it's because He wants to realign you. He wants to put you back on the path that leads to wholeness. He wants to take your eyes off of the things that have drained your strength and set them back on His promises. Because where your eyes go, your life follows. And for too long, your eyes have been fixed on the battle instead of the victory. They've been fixed on what you've lost instead of what's coming. But He's turning your gaze now. He's lifting your head. And in His voice, you will find the strength you didn't know you were missing. There is something sacred happening right now in the quiet of your spirit. You might not see it on the outside yet, but deep inside, God is rebuilding. He is replanting. He is reawakening something eternal in you. It's not about feeling something emotional. It's about letting yourself finally rest in the truth that you are not alone, that your life is not forgotten, that your pain has not been overlooked. Every tear you've cried has been collected. Every prayer you whispered in the dark was heard, and nothing you've walked through will be wasted. God is a redeemer, and he knows how to make beauty from the ashes of disappointment. The enemy wanted you to think that God was silent because he didn't care. But the truth is, sometimes God is silent because he's doing something deeper than words can describe. And now that the silence has broken, he's revealing what he's been working on behind the scenes. He's been building strength in your soul. He's been stripping away what couldn't come with you. He's been pruning you, not to punish you, but to prepare you. And now, the time has come for the breakthrough to begin. Comment Amen if you're ready to walk into that breakthrough by faith. You don't need a perfect past to have a powerful future. What God is doing in your life now is not dependent on everything going smoothly before. His power is not limited by your mistakes. His grace is not blocked by your confusion. You are not disqualified. In fact, the very places where you've fallen are the places where he's about to raise you. The wounds you thought made you unworthy are about to become the places where his glory shines the brightest. He is not ashamed of your scars. He calls them proof of survival. He calls them evidence that the enemy couldn't destroy you. He calls them reminders that his mercy is greater than anything that's tried to break you. And now, he's healing those scars. He's speaking to those deep places. He's not asking you to ignore your pain. He's inviting you to bring it to him fully, because he doesn't want a part of you. He wants all of you, the joy and the sorrow, the strong and the shattered. He wants your whole heart. And when you give him your whole heart, he gives you peace that doesn't make sense, strength that doesn't run out, love that never leaves. You may have looked for that kind of love in people who couldn't give it, in places that only drained you more. But now, the true source of life is speaking to you again. The true source of healing is here. The true fountain of peace is flowing, and you are being invited to drink deeply from it, not once, not just for today, but every single day forward. This is not just about a one-time moment of comfort. This is about a new way of walking with God, a new way of hearing him, trusting him, surrendering to him, letting him lead. It's about living with the confidence that you are covered, guided, and never out of his sight. It's about knowing that even when you feel unsure, he is steady. Even when you feel weak, he is strong. And he's not asking you to have it all together. He's simply asking you to stay close, to stay open, to stay with him. There is a holy invitation in his voice today. Come back to the place where your soul can rest. Come back to the place where your spirit is nourished. Come back to the place where you remember who you are, not based on what life has done to you, but based on what he has spoken over you since the beginning of time. You are not random. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are seen, known, chosen, and covered by the one who calls you by name. Stay here a little longer. Let him speak deeper. Don't rush past this moment. There's still more he wants to show you. There's still more healing to release, more direction to give, more joy to pour into your heart. You don't have to chase anything. Just be still. Just receive. Just let him be God in your life again. Not just in theory, not just in a passing thought, but in every part of your day, your mind, your decisions, your future. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. Not in the polished moments, but in the real ones. The moments when your heart can't take much more. The moments when you're tired of pretending you're okay. That's where his voice breaks through. And right now, he is still speaking, still pulling you close, still saying, "Don't ignore me. Don't drift away. I'm here now." Comment Amen If your heart knows this is not a coincidence. There is no pressure in his presence, only peace. There is no shame in his presence, only safety. And even if you've wandered far, even if your heart has grown cold, God's love hasn't changed. He's not disappointed in you. He's not fed up with your failures. He's not walking away because of your doubts. In fact, he's walking toward you. The same way he walked into the garden looking for Adam and Eve when they hid in shame, he's walking toward you now, not with judgment in his voice, but with longing. He misses you. He misses your honesty. He misses your nearness. And he wants you back, not because he needs anything from you, but because he wants to give you everything you've been aching for. There's been a deep weariness on you, a weight that doesn't go away even after a full night's sleep, a kind of spiritual exhaustion that can't be fixed with distractions or temporary escapes. It's the kind of weariness that comes from carrying silent battles for too long, from pretending to be okay while quietly falling apart. And God sees that. He knows how tired you are. He knows how much you've been holding together for the sake of others. And now he's saying, you don't have to carry it anymore. His shoulders are strong enough. His arms are wide enough. His grace is deep enough to hold everything you've been carrying alone. You are not a burden to God. Your emotions are not too much for him. Your questions do not scare him. Your silence does not push him away. He stays. Through every breakdown, through every moment of confusion, through every time you've said, God, I don't understand, he stays. And today, he's inviting you to lean into his faithfulness again, not because you've earned it, but because he is good. Comment 222 if you're ready to let him carry what's been crushing you. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is trust that God still has a plan when life feels out of control. But his plans are not built on how well things are going in your life. His plans are anchored in his word, and his word never fails. He didn't change his mind about you when things fell apart. He didn't walk away when you stopped believing. He didn't cancel your purpose because the path got dark. In fact, he's been walking beside you in the shadows, whispering, keep going. I'm not done. I still have more. The path you're on may not look like what you expected, but it still leads to his promise. And sometimes the most powerful transformations happen when everything seems uncertain. Because it's in those places that your faith is refined, your character is shaped, and your heart is made more tender. God is not just trying to get you to a destination. He's doing something inside you that will outlast the battles you've faced. He's growing something eternal in you, and every tear, every step, every silent cry has been woven into something meaningful. You may not see it now, but soon it will become clear. Your life is not small, your purpose is not insignificant. You were never meant to just exist, to just get through the day, to just survive. You were created to reflect God's glory on the earth. You were created to carry light, even in the darkest places. And if you've been feeling the weight of the world pressing down on you, maybe it's because what's inside you is so valuable, so powerful, so sacred, that the enemy has been trying to shut it down. But he won't succeed. Because God is lifting you again, he's awakening your spirit again. He's declaring over you, you will not stay stuck. You will not stay broken. You will rise. Comment 1111 if you know that rising season is here. There's a stirring happening in the spirit right now. You can feel it, that gentle nudge, that warmth in your chest, that pull towards something deeper. That's not your imagination. That's the Holy Spirit awakening what life tried to bury. The enemy tried to steal your voice, but God is giving it back. The pain tried to steal your passion, but God is breathing on the embers again. You may have felt forgotten, but heaven never lost track of you. And right now, you are surrounded by divine attention. Angels are standing watch. The Spirit is interceding for you. Heaven is leaning in close, and God is still speaking directly to your soul. He's saying, "This is the moment I've prepared for you. Don't let fear rob you of it. Don't let your past define it. I'm doing something new, something holy, something unstoppable." And He's not asking you to understand every part of it. He's just asking you to say yes, a quiet yes, a trusting yes. A yes that says, "God, I don't know how, but I believe you. I don't know when, but I'll wait on you. I don't see the way yet, but I'll keep walking because I know you're leading me." He is not in a rush. He is not distracted. His full attention is on you. Your story, your pain, your prayers, they are all before Him now. And He is speaking not with the voice of a stranger, but with the voice of your Father, who has never once left your side. Comment Amen if your heart feels the nearness of His presence. You may not even know how much you've needed this. Maybe you've gotten so used to functioning with a numb spirit that the idea of feeling again, of opening your heart again, feels too risky. But God is gently touching the places that have been frozen. He is not forcing anything. He is simply warming you back to life. And He's not waiting for you to have perfect words. He understands the language of silence. He understands the language of your tears. Even the breathless groans in your spirit that you can't put into sentences, He hears them all. And right now, He is responding. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. There is a love that holds you even when you push it away. A love that surrounds you even when you can't feel it. That is the love of God. He is not fragile. He is not offended by your questions. He is not scared of your doubt. He is not surprised by your pain. In fact, He draws nearer when you need Him most. You are not too broken for Him. You are not too lost. You are not too far gone. Your name is still written on His heart. Your life is still in His hands. And His plans for you are still unfolding, no matter what has happened before this moment. You might be thinking about everything you've lost. Maybe this year has taken things from you that you never imagined living without. Maybe the grief is still fresh, the confusion still heavy. But God is not ignoring your pain. He is entering into it with you. He doesn't promise that life will always be easy, but He promises that you will never go through it alone. He weeps with those who weep. He walks through fire with those who are scorched by sorrow. And He carries what you cannot carry. Right now, He's placing His hand on your chest and steadying the rhythm of your heart again. Comment 333 to declare you are trusting Him to hold what you can't. There is something deeply personal about what God is doing in you. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's powerful. He is peeling back every lie, every layer of self-doubt, every whisper from the enemy that told you you're not enough. He's replacing it all with truth. You are enough, not because you've done everything right, but because He said you are His. You don't have to hustle for His love. You don't have to perform to be accepted. You don't have to pretend to be okay when you're not. You can simply rest in the truth that He sees you, fully and clearly, and He loves you completely. This is the part of your life where God begins to rebuild what has been broken. This is the season where healing takes root in places you thought would never bloom again. He's not just patching you up. He's restoring you from the ground up. He's not rushing the process, but He is fully committed to completing it. What He starts, He finishes. And He has started something in you that will not be undone. You are being reshaped by His hands, refined by His presence, and renewed by His Spirit. You might not feel strong enough to move forward, and that's okay. He's not asking you to move yet. He's asking you to lean in, to be still, to let him love you right where you are. Some of the greatest healing happens not in doing, but in simply being with him. Just being honest, just being open, just being willing. He will do the rest. He is the healer, the lifter of your head, the one who binds wounds that no one else sees. And he is here, not to lecture you, but to comfort you. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't ruined your purpose. You haven't run out of time. There is still a path forward, and it is filled with peace. Even now, God is clearing a way where there seemed to be no way. Even now, he is surrounding you with light in places that once felt dark. And even now, his voice is calling you deeper, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that you are safe in his hands. The chaos in your mind is not louder than his peace. The ache in your heart is not deeper than his love. Comment 1212 if you believe that his peace is coming for every storm inside you. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't need to know the outcome. You just need to stay close. Stay present. Stay open to the gentle, powerful way he's working in you. Because he is working. He is moving. And you are not alone. There are angels assigned to your life. There is protection around you that you cannot see. There are promises hanging over your head that are still alive. You might have grown tired of hoping, but hope has not grown tired of you. It is coming back. It is rising again. Because God is not done. He's just getting started. Let this moment be one where you release the things you were never meant to carry. Let it be the moment where you say, God, I trust you again. Even if your trust is fragile, even if it's full of questions, he honors that kind of trust. He wraps it in his arms, he speaks life over it, and he grows it until it becomes stronger than you ever imagined. Don't let this pass you by. Don't walk away from this holy moment. Stay here, soak in every word. Let his spirit move in you in ways you didn't know were possible. You may have forgotten the sound of your own purpose. You may have stopped dreaming because life has worn you down, but God hasn't forgotten. He hasn't changed his mind about you. He hasn't grown tired of waiting for you to believe again. He's here, right now, awakening the part of your spirit that still believes in his power, his promises, and his love. Comment, Amen, if your heart is hearing him again. Sometimes, the most powerful shift happens in the smallest yes. And that's what God is asking for now. Not a loud, fearless, perfect response. Just a small yes. The kind that says, I don't know how, but I'm willing. The kind that whispers through tears, God, I want you more than I want to stay safe in this fear. Because fear may have made you build walls, but those walls are not protection anymore. They've become prisons, and God is tearing them down with gentleness. He's not forcing you to leap. He's just asking you to let him in. And when you do, everything begins to shift. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. Your identity is not wrapped in what you've lost, in what others have said, or in how you feel on your worst days. Your identity is rooted in the unshakable truth that you are a child of God. And that doesn't change when your circumstances do. That doesn't shift when the storms rise or when doubt creeps in. He still calls you his. And when the world tries to rename you with labels of failure, shame, or weakness, God speaks louder and says, no, that one belongs to me. There's been so much pressure in your life lately. Pressure to figure everything out, to stay strong for everyone, to pretend you're not struggling, and it's been wearing you down. But God never asked you to carry the weight of the world. He never asked you to have it all together. He's the one who holds the world, not you. He's the one who sustains all things, including you. And right now, He's inviting you to rest. Not to collapse in defeat, but to rest in the security that He's holding you, fighting for you, providing for you, even when you don't see it. Comment 555 if you're ready to rest in His hands instead of your own strength. The reason the battle has felt so intense lately is not because you're failing, it's because you're getting closer. Closer to freedom. Closer to healing. Closer to everything God has promised. And the enemy knows it. That's why the attacks have increased. That's why the confusion has tried to settle in. Because breakthrough is near. But breakthrough doesn't come through striving. It comes through surrender. And surrender is not weakness. It is the doorway to power. It is the place where God moves in ways you never could on your own. God is not looking for your performance. He's looking for your heart. He's not impressed by perfection. He's drawn to honesty. You don't need to pretend to be okay. You don't need to hide your doubts. You don't need to dress up your prayers in fancy words. Just come as you are. Just be real. Just tell Him the truth, because He already knows. And still He stays. Still He listens. Still He loves. You might be wondering how God could use someone like you, with all your flaws, all your past mistakes, all the things you wish you could erase. But that's exactly why His grace is so beautiful. He takes what's broken and makes it holy. He takes what's been rejected and calls it chosen. He takes what the world throws away and turns it into a vessel for His glory. You don't have to fix yourself to be used by God. You just have to be willing. You are not too late. You are not too far. You are not too empty. You are right on time for what God is about to release in your life, and no one else can take what belongs to you. The favor on your name was assigned by heaven. The anointing on your life was written by God's own hand. The future He has prepared is not dependent on who approves of you. It's sealed in the heavens, and it's unfolding right now. Comment 999 if you receive what's already been written over your life.